How are you doing, everyone? And welcome back to another edition of FSI's PGA DFS Pick Show. I'm your host, TK Nation 47, bringing to you the Showdown Round 4 edition for the U.S. Open. Pretty amazing stuff this week. I'm pretty happy with how Round 3 went for Showdown purposes. Certainly went well in the Walt department. For the Classic, unfortunately, I had too many guys miss the cut, so I'm holding on for dear life, hoping that Louis comes away the victor, or I can get Bryson in the lead. I think either one of those two outcomes, and I'll have a either a high dollar lineup, sneak into the cash, and kind of take a good chunk of the losses away, or my cash lineup will hit if Louis wins. So I need one of those two outcomes. So hopefully that is what will happen tomorrow. Certainly looks like that is well on its way to be the path, as most of the guys in the top faded out, except for Rory. Rory kind of hung tough. It looks like our boy Bland is out. That was the big key showdown fade for me, and that is what helped pave the way for the money that was made. So let's get into round 4 for the DraftKings slate. We have Jon Rahm sitting at 10-8. That's pretty expensive for a showdown pick. It doesn't really help you get multiple shots at the top, and that's kind of what my angle is going to be, is multiple 9K golfers and a few of these guys down here at the bottom. Jon Rahm doesn't really fit that. He didn't really play outstanding today, going 1 over. But I certainly think there is room for a Jon Rahm flyer and a GPP, because I think the ownership will actually be low on Jon Rahm tomorrow. So I like him for GPPs. Xander Schauffele at 10-4. I'm kind of out. I think the pressure is just too high. He's got to go really low, though, so I think there's some merit to that factor that he knows he's got to post a really low number. And I think all those guys at -1 even know that to have a shot. Then I think that kind of makes some of them the more dangerous GPP plays, and I think you're going to get quite a few of them at the lower ownership, especially Xander Schauffele at 10-4. Brooks Koepka at 10-1 looks like he's kind of hanging on with a thread. I think if anyone here at the top, he is the most likely to be the lowest owned. I don't think anyone is going to go to Brooks tomorrow with how the last 2 rounds have kind of played out. Everyone can kind of see he's kind of fallen on the sword here at the top, and he's just playing to get through it, honestly. But I could be wrong, but I definitely don't think Brooks is capable of pulling off a low number tomorrow and winning showdown slates. Next up, we have 9-9, Collin Morikawa, T9. He's been battling his way back from an abysmal first round. This is kind of good to see from Collin Morikawa. The ball striking has been immaculate. I think you can have confidence in Collin Morikawa, knowing that he's got to shoot 4 or 5 under to have a shot at the win. And I think that's a good GPP strategy. I like Rahm and Morikawa as probably the 2 better plays here up at the top. If I need to go that way, JT at 9-7. I have no JT exposure except for a few weekend lineups, so I kind of hope he disappears on Sunday, and maybe my classic lineups will look a little better. But now we get to the best portion of what I am hoping for in tomorrow's outcomes, and that is Bryson DeChambeau at 9-5 and Louis at 9-3. I need one of these guys to win it. I think both of them have a very good chance. Bryson, probably, a likely back-to-back U.S. Open winner. Louis, notorious runner-up finisher. It'd be cool to see Louis win it, but I'm also going to be really pissed off as I bet him to win the PGA Championship at 55-1. Didn't think I should bet him here at Torrey, but I played him in cash. With that high, ownership expectancy, should have probably bet it. So I feel like an idiot for that. But, hey, if he can win me some money on DraftKings, I'm looking forward to it. This is where I start a lot of my DraftKings showdown slates tomorrow, showdown lineups tomorrow. Bryson at 9-5 and Louis at 9-3. Next up, we have DJ at 9-2. I'm shocked that he's still in this position. I would have thought, he would have kind of lost it by now, but never rule out Dustin Johnson, especially at a U.S. Open at 9-2 to get enough salary relief. and he's sandwiched in between the plays like Bryson and Louis and this next guy, Rory McIlroy at 9-1. So I expect really low ownership on DJ. So that actually might be a pretty fair GPP strategy to have, and that's DJ over Louis, and you pair him up with Rory and Bryson, and you'll cut off half of the ownership that you'll have that on Louis and put it on Dustin for nearly the same price, and you'll have the same lineup construction. I think that's really sharp. Rory McIlroy at 91. I think he's going to be really popular, and I don't see why not. And Russell Henley at 9K is too expensive. I'm expecting a major fall off. He's been playing well above his weight in majors. He doesn't have this kind of nearly this kind of finish in him at a major, I don't think. And I think tomorrow is the writing on the wall. Jordan Spieth at 8,900 has been a man on a mission since his first round, I guess, blow up on the back nine, really, in the first nine, or on the first round. So yeah, he's been posting low scores for the next two rounds, and that could likely continue. He did seem to lose it though on the back nine today. He rallied pretty well, made a nice putt on 17, and I believe he birdied but back-to-back holes to get from +3 to +1, and I think you can see more of the same, or you can see what we saw from like 13 and 16 where he just kind of lost the mojo, lost the magic. So I think it's a GBP flyer, but certainly in the winning Showdown slate today. Scheffler, always a good option, especially when he's playing like this. T6, 8,800. Here come some discounts, but is he likely to reciprocate some of these performances? I'm not sure. But hey, I mean, he's ball striking in the ball really well, so why not Scotty Scheffler at 8,800? You can even maybe get off of Bryson and play Scheffler, and just keep pairing up Rory. Kind of go with that same build. 8,800's a little steep, but I like him a little bit more than I would play Henley. So Matthew Wolff went 2 over today, kind of went backwards. I didn't know what to expect from him going into the weekend. So to see him kind of take a step back was not surprising, and I think maybe there's a little bit more ground to go backwards as well. But hey, if he comes out and he shoots 3 under and maybe posts a top 3 finish, I kind of wouldn't be surprised by that either. I'm not surprised by either result, so I think that makes him a decent GPP play. If you want to go with that route in cash, I would understand it, but I just don't know if there's enough consistency. He probably hasn't played 4 competitive rounds in 2-3 months, so I don't know what to expect. Bland, continue to bail on him. Migliazzi was leading the field on the approach heading into round 3. He did okay. He didn't do terrible. He didn't blow up, but 8,100 for a guy playing in his first major, 4th round, slightly contention. I think that's enough for me to bail. Bubba Watson completely melted down, and he is now +3, 8K. No thanks. Bail on Bubba. Streelman, model of consistency here. Just been hovering around this high 7K range, and now he is in position to get a top 10. I think that's what you can expect, and I think that's a decent GBP look in Showdown, because I think he's either going to be even, +1, or -1. I think that's what you expect with Streelman. Just hope he makes a lot of birdies, even if he does bogey quite often. Just hope the birdies fall. But Zayden Hoot continues to stick inside this top 15. You never know. It's all putting with him, so you never know when the blow-up holes can come. Typically, it comes when he's way out of position, and even par saves can't save him. So always be cautious with Zayden Hoot. Paul Casey was probably the story of the day with the way he came back around and shot 4 under today, and really put himself in a position to have a good finish. I think his charge continues, and 7,800, I would consider that to be a core play. Here we go with the Mac Hughes story at 7,600. I'm going to expect him to be chalky. The guy's putting amazing, and I think I'm going to be biting down on this. Quite a performance from him. I don't expect him to win, but I do expect him to make birdies And I also think this is going to be the round where he makes 4 or 5 birdies, but he's going to make, a costly double and a few bogeys, and he's going to finish like 5th. And I think that's kind of the range of the outcome that we're going to see from Mac. I don't see him running away with the U.S. Open, but I certainly think for showdown purposes at 7,600, he's going to be a factor in the ultimate decision on whether or not he's making everyone all the money or losing everyone all the money. Scrolling down here through the rest of the field, Siwoo Kim has been playing really well, 6,900. I would think if anyone at the +3 range can go forward still, it would be him. Robbie McIntyre is another one. I don't mind him at 67. DraftKings doing really well with their pricing, so anyone you find here in this bottom portion is going to have to surprise you. Kevin Kisner, maybe 62 seems really cheap. Baker, the birdie maker, making a lot of birdies. He made a double though today, and it kind of offset his price tag. I don't expect another round like that again. But yeah, Poulter, I would say Poulter, McIntyre, Siwoo Kim would be my favorites down here at the bottom. Maybe Johnny Vegas. We've seen him go low in round 2 to put himself in position to make the cut. So that will wrap things up for the U.S. Open in the DraftKings Showdown Round 4 Pick Show. I am your host, TKNation47 on Twitter. You can follow us at FSI_DFS. You can find the link in the bio for the Discord channel, and you can get the core lineups and some player ratings heading into tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy the final round of the U.S. Open, and we will see you for the Travelers Championship next week. And enjoy your Sunday.